Hey, it's Mike. Thanks for tuning back in. It is Sunday morning, and it's funny. Yesterday, I did that video on the collection that I bought, and when I bought it, I felt good about it. And then, as I went through it, including on the video, I started thinking, and the comments confirmed largely, this is going to be a lot of work to break even. Uh, Live and learn. This is my first collection buy. I even texted Chris Sewell, and I was like, in retrospect, I probably overpaid. And he said that probably 75% of his early collections were the same way, where he had to scrape and scratch just to break even or turn a profit. So I feel a little bit better about that. Funny story. Last night, uh, I had a dream where I showed up to the collection buy in the McDonald's parking lot without any pants. So if that tells you how I feel about it, but I'm gonna have some fun with it still. So I'm not terribly worried about it. And it wasn't a huge financial outlay. Uh, I want to go through a ton of Heritage Auctions items from last week's Platinum Night sale. I'm not sure why it's called that, but and I am not sponsored by Heritage Auctions. I just really respect the stuff that they pull into their big auctions. It's really cool stuff, and I'm going to zip through those here shortly. But I want to get through a couple of other things first. First of all, live stream tonight on my channel. You can go to my live tab and see, you can click on notify. It's there already for tonight's live stream. I'm looking to go 60 to 90 minutes. So hang out, ask me questions. I'm not guaranteeing that I'll answer everything you ask, but ask me anything. All right, let's get this started. First of all, an update on last week's top item from Beans Ball Card blog. The seller was great through everything and issued a refund. Remember, this is the Mickey Mantle that was mislabeled as a refractor. Issued the refund, and people, maybe even viewers of my video, were over there, went to his eBay, and in my words, were harassing the guy. Now, I said, I'm glad to hear you've been refunded, but it's terrible that people are harassing the seller. And Beans Ballcard blog said he didn't use a word as strong as harassed. So yeah, I feel like it was harassing, and I know that none of my regular subscribers would do anything like that. But there's no need to go and say anything to the seller. This had nothing to do with the seller. It was a PSA eBay thing. All right. Next up, and I always say I hate using Eric Whiteback, and I do everything I can to avoid him. I try finding the origin of these stories, but sometimes I just can't. So uh, please ignore the fact that I'm using a Eric Whiteback tweet. Um, Someone put this Wander Franco 1 of 1 rookie autograph. It's a nice one. 1 of 1 Wander Franco rookie autograph in the PWCC Premier auction before the Wander Franco news broke. This one was the lowest in their auction. It sold for $1,290, but allegedly there's a $2,000 minimum fee to put a card in the Premier auction. And he says $2,000 of the sale price of any Premier auction sale of $20,000 or less. Ouch. Uh, so sad. Imagine putting a big card into a lot and then having, ugh, yeah. All right. Then I just saw this morning. SCP Auctions sold this 1931 W517 Babe Ruth autographed PSA DNA 9 on the auto for $151,000. It's the only Ruth signed version to ever surface. The thing that bothers me is the card isn't authenticated. They've only authenticated the autograph. I think it's sad when it would have cost like 25 bucks. Probably, I don't know how much. It Why would you not? And would this have gone for more than $151,000 if they had authenticated the card? And maybe the buyer is counting on that. Maybe they're thinking, I can authenticate this card and the autograph for low, low money. I don't know. Saw this on Instagram, 1948 Leaf wax pack. Pretty awesome. And they do this nice video. Greg Morris cards, great with social media. And then this guy, Beeves559. I don't care what it's worth. It's getting cracked and ripped if I get my hands on it. I have zero self-control when it comes to wax, and that goes extra for vintage. Likely wouldn't pull anything either, but don't care. Still ripping. I love his honesty. Very cool. All right, let's jump into this heritage auction. I went through. I pulled out a lot of items, so we're gonna go through these in no order whatsoever. Lou Gehrig farewell speech, original news photograph, PSA DNA Type 1, $50,000 this sold for. And John Mangini does a newsletter, email newsletter. And this week he did a nice overview of the different types of photograph. So PSA type 1, type 2, type 3. I'm sure I'm getting them wrong. I read it. It was very interesting. I learned a lot, and now I've already forgotten it, obviously. But I haven't forgotten it. I just don't remember the names of it. Okay. 1999 Wayne Gretzky final career game used and signed stick. $41,000. We're going to go through these quick. I thought that was neat. This wasn't actually in that auction. They had a VHS auction, and this was the best one. This was the coolest and the most expensive. Back to the Future CGC 9.2, $10,000. The Mantle SGC 9 went for $4.5 million. These all include buyer's premium, I think, too. The buyer's premium is 20%. And then this Mantle 1958 game worn jersey with multiple photo matches, $4.7 million, which I think is the most expensive jersey or one of them ever. And then we have this 2006 Fleer buyback, Jordan rookie, autographed, numbered to 23, sold for over $250,000. Cool. The 1947 Brooklyn Dodgers debut of Jackie Robinson ticket stub, PSA 3, Pop 101, went for $300,000. That's a dream item. Last Dance playoff game signed this Jordan jersey, photo matched, $645,000. I think this is the one that has the controversy about the photo match. And I talked about this last week as well. Go back and watch that video. We have a Pete Maravich, 1977, 68-point game-used basketball. 68 points, like Wilt Chamberlain in his 100-point game. Or David Robinson scored like 81 or 82 in a game. They did that without a single three-pointer. It's crazy. Pretty neat. $78,000. 2,154 autographed Sports Illustrateds, another 2,000 non-autographed Sports Illustrateds, so 4,000 total, sold for $204,000. It's pretty awesome. I love vintage autographed Sports Illustrateds. 33 Gowdy Ruth 8.5, graded by PSA, sold for just over $1 million. That's amazing. There's 2011 Tom Brady game worn New England Patriots throwback uniform, photo matched again, $360,000. Last week I was looking at a bat on this video and it said GU, PSA GU, and I couldn't figure out what that meant. And about a dozen people said, it's game used, you dummy. Nobody called me a dummy, but I felt like a dummy. That's what happens when you do these videos at 5:45 in the morning. Okay, 1948 Leaf Jackie Robinson, PSA 8, $372,000. But that ain't got nothing on this one. 48 Leaf Jackie autographed with an auto grade at 8, $588,000. And this card is way poorer condition than the other one. But that autograph is worth so much. And then we have a 1984 Michael Jordan, A Star is Born. And this is the newsstand edition, so there's no label, no autograph. Sold for $126,000. I think this beat the highest sale, and I think the last one was a Marilyn Monroe Playboy magazine, if I remember correctly, that sold for like 120,000. So we have a new leader in the clubhouse for most expensive magazine ever sold. We have a SGC 9 Roberto Clemente rookie, $240,000. 2022 Shohei Ohtani first career game, Grand Slam, game used and signed. And let's look at this signature. It's got the kanji signature, game used versus Tampa Bay Rays. It's awesome. Love this. $168,000. And then I just brought this one in. I skipped a lot of things that you see all the time, but here's a PSA 10 Jordan rookie. I think this is going up. We're at 168 now, 168,000. I think these went below 150. But maybe you put it on eBay and it's going to sell for 110. You put it in the Heritage Auctions Premier auction and it's more. I don't know. Oh yeah, Ernie Banks Hall of Fame induction ring, $111,000. Neat. 71 Tops Thurman Munson All-Star rookie PSA 9, and these are tough. I don't know what's the pop on this. I've got to think that they say what the population is. 4 have achieved a 9 and 0 tens. It's over $192,000. And here's a PSA 1 52 Tops Mickey Mantle, but with a 10 auto. Sold for over $250,000. And I just did Friday's Attic Find Friday video on this, not this exact card, but the 16 Babe Ruth. That one was a blank back. This one is not a blank back. It's a Sporting News back. This one sold PSA 3.5, $528,000. 79 Tops Ozzie Smith PSA 10, $156,000. What's the pop on this? 4, 5. PSA pop of 5 at 10, 156 grand. And then we have 53 Tops baseball complete set, number 7 on the PSA set registry, sold for $300,000. Do we have the average? Overall GPA is 8. That's insane. So the average grade is an 8 on these 1953 Tops cards. Mantle looks like it's a 7. Yeah. And then we have a 1951 Mickey Mantle debut, New York Yankees opening day ticket stub, PSA 2, $58,000. And it's a cool looking ticket. It's got the Yankees logo. It's the rip, the tear isn't terrible. Terrible, sorry. So pretty neat, 58 grand. We have a PSA 9 Jerry Koosman rookie card. Went for $81,000. What's the pop here? Doesn't say. Now we have a 1960 Topps Baseball All Series cello box, 36 unopened packs, $216,000. Awesome. 51 Bowman Mantle, PSA 8, 300 grand. 1991 Michael Jordan. There were actually quite a few of these types of things. Jordan game worn and autographed shoes. Uh, this is the only one I brought in. 91 game worn and dual sign. Oh no, I did do another one too. Air Jordan 5 sneakers, $43,000. And then The Last Dance. And these ones are signed as well. Let's see if we can see what that signature looks like. Oh yeah, right there. Yeah. Not great, but they went for over 200 grand. 1952 tops, first series, so no Mantle. Unopened pack in a GAI slab, sold for $81,000. 1998 Donruss Crusade, Ken Griffey Jr. Red, PSA 10, sold for $63,000. These are numbered to 25. It's a pop one. Pretty cool. And then we've got a 86 Fleer unopened, 36 unopened packs, $168,000. I think this was going for more than a million during the boom, 2020, 2021. T206 Cobb Portrait Red, $250,000. Signed Mantle, and you can see it's off. The card gets a 2.5, but the auto got a 10, sold for $144,000. T206 Ty Cobb bat on shoulder with autograph. Card got a 1, autograph got an authentic because it's smudged, I assume. $105,000. Gaudy, Babe Ruth, PSA 8, $312,000. And then this is the 1959 Menko Sadaharu O. This is one of his rookies. There are only 2 PSA graded examples. This one got a 2. It got sold for $38,400. Let's look at the back. Yeah, very cool. Home run king. Wow. How many home runs did he hit? 800? 868 home runs. That's why that card is famous. He had 2,200 RBIs, had an OPS of over 1,000 for his career. Not too shabby. All right, Jordan, NBA debut, Chicago Bulls ticket stub, PSA 5, $23,400. Now, I happened to just read last week an article about one of these stubs going for about a $500,000. The difference, and that one went in 2021 or 2022, I think. The difference is, and I looked this up, that the ticket that sold for over $500,000 has the Bulls logo and it's red, and I think that's a stadium image. It's just much better looking than this, right? So this sells for $500,000. This sells for 23,000. Makes sense. Here's another early career Ruth, 1917 Collins McCarthy blank back, sold for $222,000. It's a PSA 5. Honestly, I mean, where the I guess the corners are the right side corners are a little soft. Looks awesome. So that's what I've got today. Thanks for watching. Make sure you're at my live stream tonight. We'll be doing a couple of giveaways, and then I'm taking tomorrow off from videos. But I'll be back Tuesday, Wednesday. All right. Thanks very much for watching.